design pedals. OAMP is a buffer, make it all beautiful signal conditioning pedal. And basically what it does, it takes your signal from your pedal board and makes sure it's perfect when it hits the amp. And you can tweak certain parameters, so you can use it as an always on pedal. You can boost it a little, there's 29 dBs of boost in there. And the best way to explain this is by letting you hear it. So we're gonna get right down to it. Oh, there is an effects loop in there which is active when the pedal is turned off. Well, now it's turned off. So you can put some pedals in there and switch to them by turning this off. Or go to another amp, or, well, there are a lot of options. So it's like an extra switching thing within your pedal board. So first we're gonna do the clean tone. So you can hear what the amp sounds like. My new Giordano guitars, horny, going into the Black Star St. James EL34. This is the tone. Remember the tone. Now turning this one on. So this sounded beautiful, but with the OAMP engaged, this sounds boring. And now it sounds beautiful again. And everything that's in front of it, so all your pedals will sound better as well. So listen to the Dane, for instance, which is a glorious overdrive pedal, but with the OAMP, it's got more of everything. And now, right now I have these switches set so that the input stage gets more top end on the high setting. So now let's set it to its most neutral setting. Then I'll have to increase the level. Let's set it to unity. Okay, here we go. Dane without OAMP. And with. So right now there's even less tone shaping going on within the OAMP, but you can still hear it, and here under my fingers I can feel the difference, and I think that's what's most important, because when you can feel the difference you'll be a better player. It's not necessarily the audience that needs to hear it, but they'll hear it because you're playing better. So that's a plus. Now these switches select different gain levels for the input stage. So this is input and this is output stage. And the level control sits between these two switches. And then the presence control, if you dial it back, you'll get a kind of a mid-scooped sound. So if I open it up, so this is fully clockwise. And then kind of like halfway, you'll get a more neutral sound. So now these switches, let's try the output stage, setting this to high. And it'll boost the amp. Now, if you're not in the position that you can afford the extra volume bump going to the amp, you can also say, I want to boost the input stage, and then it'll boost the pedal, resulting in more gain from the pedal and not that much more volume coming from the amp. And it sounds like this. And you can always dial back the level a bit. So you can have your core tone like an always overdriven pushed sound without blowing out the windows. Then putting the input gain switch back to low, and then I'm gonna set the output stage switch to dark, and that will remove top end from the high setting. So you have low, high, and then high with less low end. Turning off the Dane again. There goes my guitar pick. Now you can set the input gain switch to bright, and then it'll add top end to the high setting, so you can compensate for the loss in high end from the output gain switch. So now there is a high end added on the input stage instead of being at the output stage. I'm getting lost here, but I hope you understand this is what it sounds like. And now both at high, so with neutral tone settings. And then with the highs cut in the output section and the highs boosted in the input section. More level. To low on both these switches with a fuzz pedal. Yeah, so this is one of those pedals that you didn't know you needed, but once you turn it on, you won't be able to turn it off again. So let me know what you think down below in the comments, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you want to score some of my gem tracks, you can find those on my Patreon page. See you next time. Bye.